And we are live on the SideQuest, baby. Yeah, it's the pre-Thanksgiving tradition. Gobble, gobble. I am Dolly Demovsky, joining you live from SideQuesting 1 Studios, WSQLL. Beaver and the dog, live in the AM. Joining me is Scratty Bones, Aaron the Beaver Kelly.
I hated everything about that. And also Thanksgiving was last month.
And Tom DAOOG Johnson. That's dog.
I feel so fucking bad for your wife.
She hates me. Oh, goodness gracious. How you guys doing?
I'm very tired. It's a Tuesday. I'm thrown off. This is my second podcast today.
Oh shit. Did you guys do a game rank show?
Yeah, we do the live show every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern.
Watch it. For all 7 of you viewers, for all 7 of you viewers of SideQuesting, go ahead and watch the game ranks.
I found out that Canada Post is on strike right now. So the butt shower I ordered isn't showing up today.
I mean, it could be
ordered from Black Friday in the U.S. is not showing up.
It could be worse. Trudeau could be talking about like getting rid of the Post and just privatizing it to private business, like is happening in the United States.
Yeah. See, the problem with that is if he tried that, I think a lot of people might agree with him because they're faster. They're faster and better than the Canada Post is.
Oh yeah, no, U.S. Postal Service sucks, but it costs 27 cents to send a letter.
Yeah.
Remember when the U.S. Postal Service wanted to charge us for emails?
Oh man, yeah, that ruled.
Yes, it did. Like, we gotta put a law in there because you should be able to send electronic mail without paying for it. It has the word mail right in the name. Oh God Almighty! How you guys? So everything's good. It's wonderful. Everybody's healthy. You guys look healthy.
Yeah.
Tom, you look like a frozen picture, so that's always good.
I've got a fucking glow.
You got a glow. Hot news. Food regulators urge Americans not to eat any romaine lettuce because of new food poisoning outbreak.
You sure it doesn't say because superior lettuce exists and it's called iceberg?
Correct. Yes, that is correct. Goodness. Anyways, yeah.
I got a question. Hey, hey, Dally.
Yeah.
How's your teeth? Your teeth doing good?
They're doing great. Look at these. Yeah. How are yours, Aaron?
Oh, well, I mean, Tom, what about you? You want to go first? How are your teeth doing?
Well, I have 3 broken ones. So I need
really rough. Really,
I need 2 root canals and 1 to be yanked. I have like genetically weak teeth.
Yeah, me too.
Gan fucking loves it. Every time I break one, he fucking relishes in it.
Yeah, I somehow escaped that because my new news is I went to get a tooth pulled was causing those jaw infections I've been talking about, and something in my jaw like popped or cracked or broke or something when they went to put the freezing in, and now my dentist is of the opinion that I need to go for full-blown surgery.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I bought not as fun, but I bought Philip Hue lighting. And it's connected to Razer Chroma, and I feel like that's a huge fucking mistake.
Well, now you just need a let-up gamer chair. Where's Sam?
Where's Sam when we need him? Yeah, the gamer chair reviewer. Dude, yeah, your tooth story is an ongoing crisis.
Well, it's crazy because so down in the States, any of your healthcare needs, like assuming that you don't have a job that gives you benefits, it's all basically the same shitty basket where you have to pay out the ass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In Canada, like doctor's visits are covered and medicine is like covered / heavily subsidized, but somehow dentistry beyond the age of 18 has lobbied so that it works just like it does in the States. So I'm out probably $200 for these 2 appointments where nothing happened because it couldn't.
Ugh.
Sounds about right. I had phenomenal dental insurance, and it was still really expensive. It cost me like $2,000 to get my front teeth put in.
Ugh.
They look fucking beautiful, and they're perfect in every way.
If I want to get everything over here replaced, like with fake ones put in, I'm looking at about $1,000 a tooth.
Yeah, they're putting in. Insurance won't cover. Well, my insurance wouldn't cover good-looking ones for the back, which whatever, because you can't see them, but they do cover stainless steel molars, which means they'll be like fucking jaws.
That's exactly what I want.
I'm way fucking into that.
I'm over here having a conversation with my dentist because she's like, well, you know, you're gonna have to chew like in the front or on the other side of your mouth because you know this side of my jaw is fucked. And I'm like, well, eventually that's not gonna work because if all the wear is on one side of my mouth, like those teeth are gonna break. And then I'm in the same boat. And she's like, yeah, we got to start looking at like replacements.
Let me tell you, that is absolutely the case because I had a bunch of wear on one side of my mouth and I didn't get it taken care of. So I started chewing the other side of my mouth and now those are breaking.
Yep.
So I broke one of my molars when Dolly, friend of the site, Steve Strom, and I went to go get ice cream at this weird place in LA and I broke a fucking tooth on that.
Ice cream.
Nice.
On the cone, probably.
I just remember you going, I'm not kidding. I think I broke my tooth. I'm like, dude, you were eating a frozen treat. How does that happen?
Yeah.
You're supposed to lick ice cream, by the way. I don't know.
No, man. Yo, I give my niece fucking like ice pops, like bomb pops and shit. She bites fucking into them like a psychopath.
Kids are dumb though. They don't know what to do. They see something like that and they just start chowing down.
Yeah, I can't wait to not have one.
Yeah. Anyway, my teeth are fucked. Your teeth are fucked. Good times.
Good times. Anyway, Dolly, what are you playing? You playing the Pokemon?
Yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about the Pokemons. We're gonna talk about the Black Fridays.
I hear Pokemon's a game for babies.
It sure is. We're gonna have a Ryan Gann check in. Oh, there he goes, Ryan Gann. How'd Tom lose his front teeth to begin with? Reed, what food was it?
He knows how I broke one of them, and it was on a Pringle.
Oh, shit's right. It was a Pringle.
It was a sour cream and onion Pringle, and I fucking broke it. One was on. I broke one eating a fucking Wendy's Junior Bacon Cheeseburger.
Aren't those things like crazy soft?
Yeah.
None of these are good stories, Tom.
The piece of bacon was broken. Yeah.
Dude, hold on. A Pringle is the hardest thing that you broke your tooth on. Eating ice cream, which is soft.
No, the bacon was the hardest thing because it was burned to shit. It was like a rock. Lucky Charm.
Amazing.
No, it was Captain Crunch. I broke my teeth on soggy Captain Crunch once.
The worst thing I've ever done was my back left molar has a bunch of fillings in it, like around the base, where they had to drill in and then basically coat it with metal and then apply the filling. My old dentist did it. I was chewing gum at one point and just caught it right so that the gum caught every piece of the filling and pulled them all out. So I just have holes in this tooth that are fine because they're still lined with metal. There's just no like tooth looking shit in it. But I pulled them all at the same time. And it was like, oh, can't eat this anymore. Like,
I think I broke a tooth. I chipped a tooth, the front of it one time. It was a bar fight, and I'm not even kidding.
Did you win?
No, it was actually, I was walking out of the bar and my buddy was turning around and elbowed me in the face and chipped my tooth. So I guess I lost. I don't know. My one buddy though, that was good. Shout out to my boy Anthony, who was walking out of the bar completely inebriated and decided to pick up the girl that he was flirting with there, and they were all excited, all happy and everything, and she wanted to be picked up. So he picked her up and he wanted to carry her across the street so that her feet wouldn't touch the really nasty Detroit streets. Unfortunately, he stepped just incorrectly on the edge of the curb and did a face plant.
No.
And yeah.
Okay, Tal, you can stop the story right here.
I'll say this. Opens up his mouth after
I swear to God,
no.
The entire side of his face is just ripped up.
My headphones.
Opens up his mouth and it's just shattered all.
You're on a podcast with two people with shitty teeth,
gushing, streaming blood. The poor girl didn't mess up her teeth at all, thankfully, but she did have like a pretty busted up nose. My buddy had to get his jaw wired shut for a little while to heal. So there you go. We're done.
And they've been married for 17 years.
And they've been married for 17 years, have 3 beautiful toothless children.
Ugh.
Tom, it's okay. We're back.
I'm sorry. What were you guys saying? I was reading reviews for this $230 doorbell. What's up with you guys?
I bought a $230 doorbell.
Which one? Which one did you get?
No, I got the Ring. I got the second generation Ring. Which
I want that Nest one because
that Nest one is nice.
I'm in that ecosystem.
I'm torn between the Nest and the Ring ecosystems. I like the Nest ecosystem because the Nest is really nice. It's actually a dope tool, except that they're not doing a good job of updating the second or third the Nest thermostat.
Yeah, so
behind.
You want to know the real reason I'm in the Nest ecosystem right now?
Sure.
Looking at these cameras is because when I talk to my Google Home Hub and I say check the front doors, it supports Nest but not Ring.
Nice. Okay. See, we have the Amazon. We have the Echo. We have Alexa. Buy 50 gallons of lube.
Confirm.
Confirm.
This is a Google house.
Yes, we have.
I ain't got none of that shit.
Google. So we I probably shouldn't have mentioned that I have an Alexa and a Ring at the house. Oh well. The rings are really nice.
The 55-gallon drum of lube is only $1,570 right now.
Nice.
That's a Black Friday steal.
They actually had the Black Friday deal at Best Buy. We'll get into more Black Friday shit later on.
Also,
they have a deal at Best Buy. You can get a Ring doorbell and a brand new Echo Dot 3, whatever.
So I searched for that lube, and it brought me to it's a baby dick.
Nice.
It's a baby dick, and it's basically from tummy to like the thighs, and it comes with a bunch of interchangeable little baby dicks, and it is a infant circumciser trainer. I assume if you want to be like a moil or something, I don't fucking know.
Interesting.
Your country is weird.
Yes, we are.
Oh yeah.
You have to be a weird country to have the Echo order everything you want. Anyway, so I'm actually playing something. I am playing. Oh, there it is. Beautiful. It's a circumcision trainer. Wonderful. I'm playing Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu. So get ready for this hot Pokemon stuff. So as I mentioned before, several times on podcasts and in life in general, in conversations, I usually get like one or two badges into a Pokemon game before I just kind of give up because it's like the most repetitive shit on the planet. I am officially 2 badges into this Pokemon game, and I actually may not give up because it's so freaking easy that you can. I think I haven't. Not a single one of my Pokemon has died ever in like the first 6 hours of the game in any of the trainer battles. And my Pikachu I'm just maining my Pikachu. I've hardly ever gone past Pikachu in my bag. But
did you give him a fucking high five?
I figured out how to give him a high five. It's actually kind of cool. Some of the other things you can do if they're walking around behind you, they'll find shit. Piki, which name my Pikachu. His little tail will waggle whenever he comes across something that's kind of hidden and items floating about. So I got the super duper little Pokeball Plus edition.
Yeah,
that thing's tinier than I thought it was going to be. It looked a lot bigger in the pictures.
Did you put it on silent?
I didn't know you could do that. Could you?
You could put it on silent, and when you do, it becomes it's like someone put a fucking Hitachi magic wand on a fucking desk and then crank that thing up.
Yeah.
It is like I work in an office, obviously, where we do a bunch of video game stuff, and it is louder than the vibration from any controller.
That's awesome. I'm doing that. I'm going to leave it on my desk and just let it at the office and just let it vibrate like crazy. Man. I
have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just because it came up, the high-fiving, is that similar to the mechanic that they have in the new Mario Party game?
No, that earns you shit. In this game, you just high five for.
You don't actually like BFF points.
Motion. No, yeah, you just get exactly. But yeah, this is a very casual is probably the right way to say it. A casual Pokemon game.
Oh yeah, it's very much a chill out game.
It is a chill. It is a chill out game. It's not meant to. They do so. I do. Let me start with the controls. All right. First of all, you have to have 99% of the time you have to use this with motion controls. The time you don't is when you set the switch down on the table and just use the left stick to move the Pokeball around. So I've managed to do that. You can actually play the game without motion controls, but it's kind of silly just because I never play the game that way, lying down. You can't use a Pro Controller, so that's gunk. Although I reckon it's something very easy to patch into the game because you can already play the game with just controls and not motion controls, but whatever. I think they'll probably patch that in when they're looking to grab a few more iterations. They
came out and had a statement about that, didn't they?
I'm sure they did. Yeah.
I feel like they. I can't find it right now.
They came out and they said "fuck the disabled."
Yeah, they did. They said, "Did you guys like Pokemon Snap?" So it's the couple ways to do motion is obviously you can use the Pokeball Plus, which you're lobbing the ball. I mean, it's got two buttons on it, so you have the little analog stick on the ball, and you have a button on top, and you can click the analog stick to get like the A button, and that's it. And then you can just lob this thing and do little curveballs and that kind of stuff. It's nothing really special, but you can play the game that way, completely one-handed, so you can drink and do homework with your other hand. The other way is to use one of the Joy-Cons, much the same way, where you're just kind of flicking your wrist and do the Joy-Con stuff. But that's totally not enjoyable at all, and I don't recommend doing it that way. You can, however, play it how I've been playing it, which is to just hold the Switch in mobile mode, and whenever you meet up with a Pokemon that you want to catch, so you just sort of align the Switch slightly and then tap the A button to throw the ball. And that's how I've been playing it. But that's kind of the control methods right there. I don't like the motion controls at all. I'm not used to them. Only I don't know. I'm babbling because I just don't like them. So yeah, the game plays very casually. It's Pokemon Go with a little bit of an RPG thrown in there. So you're walking around in an overworld. The graphics look like nice Wii level graphics, I guess. Someone did a comparison of the visuals from Pokemon Ultra Sun, Sun and Moon in this game, and it really does look like they just kind of it's the same animations for the Pokemon. They just like kept the full polygons for this version instead. So but yeah, you just kind of walk around. The Pokemon are on the field just like in Pokemon Go. So it's not like a random encounter or anything. And then you just flick your wrist to throw a Pokeball at a Pokemon and capture it, hopefully, and take it with you. The only battles are the trainer battles. And there's obviously a set amount of trainer battles throughout the game.
So how are you leveling your Pokemon up? Is it like Pokemon Go where you need to catch multiples and trade them in for candy? And then
so it's kind of cool, actually. You can candy will help you level up Pokemon. A little bit easier, obviously. But what they've added to actually give you some incentive for this is and every time you catch a Pokemon, you get experience for the Pokemon that are in your party. So the 6 Pokemon that are in your party, you get experience for. If you start catching the same Pokemon over and over again, like in a row, like let's say you catch like 2 or 3 Pidgeys in a row, you start earning a streak. I forget what they call it, but the more you catch in a row, the rarer and more powerful the Pidgeys, let's say, or whatever get. So you can get a shiny Pidgey or something later on that's like, super high level. And I already did that with Charmander, or Charmeleon, Charmander, Charizard. I've managed to catch enough of those in a row. I think I hit like 10 or 11 or 12, started getting the shinies and started getting like really high powered ones. So you just have to kind of, you have to catch them all in a row and not have one run away and not catch any other Pokemon in between. And it's actually kind of a nice way to keep you going with the game. So that's how you level up your Pokemon, and you can evolve them just like you can in Pokemon Go. It really is Pokemon Go with an RPG built behind it,
and no need for a data plan.
No need for a data plan. Very much true. Correct. Yeah, you're right, Tom. It's a chill as fuck game, man. It is. Nobody's gonna be pissed off playing this game. You can't say it's decontented because it's the original Pokemon game, just with like HD-ish visuals and some slight motion controls. Just slightly more casual. Yeah, you just kind of Pokemon and chill with this bad boy. Have you had a chance to, Tom?
Very briefly.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to putting a lot more time into it this weekend.
I finally figured out how to transfer the stuff from Pokemon Go to Let's Go. Although you can only pick up the Pokemon that you transfer into the console game in the Poke Park area in one of the towns. So you kind of have to make your way around. You have to be like 8 hours into the game before you can start grabbing those Pokemon out of there. But it's something. At least there's a connection to Pokemon Go.
Is Missing No still there?
Missing No. If it is, I haven't seen it.
You gotta get yourself like a surf Pokemon. You gotta get up on that island.
Well, they do have the all the Pokemon you can ride and shit. So I've already gotten a couple Pokemon to ride around on.
Tell me how you ride the Pokemon.
You just literally hop on the fucking Pokemon. So you can have Pikachu sitting on your shoulder like I do, or Eevee if you want.
I don't, but
shit
thanks.
Pokemon.
It is a shit Pokemon. And Pikachu's the better one to get because I know Sam switched over to Eevee. He's like, no, man, I'm going Eevee. Well, know what, dude? Pikachu is way better than Eevee.
I said it on Twitter. I'll say it again here. If Eevee was a good Pokemon, they wouldn't give you 38 goddamn versions of it to evolve into.
No, but in the anime, there was the whole episode about the little kid with his older brothers, and they all had the evolved versions, and he just wanted to keep his Eevee, and it's parallels Ash wanting to not evolve Pikachu. Right?
Yeah, but guess what? Raichu is an objectively better fucking version of Pikachu.
Raichu's a dick, though, a little bit, isn't he?
He sucks, but he's better. Like, he learns better moves. He has better stats.
Is there any cross promotion in these games? Like, can your Pikachu get a little detective hat?
Oh, that would be no, but it does sound like Ryan. What's
Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds. No, that would be pretty badass. No, but you can wear hats in this game, though. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a detective hat because I've already thrown some shit on my Pikachu already. I've already changed my own appearance, but so Pikachu will sit on your shoulder and wag its little tail if you want, or it can follow you around. That's when you can high five it. But if you do keep it on your shoulder, then you can have a second Pokemon follow you around. And that's kind of a cool thing. So, and the second Pokemon, if it's the right kind, you can do shit with it, like chop down trees or ride them and shit like that. So,
did you catch a Snorlax yet?
No, there's one block in the road that I'm trying to get past, though.
Gotta get that flute.
Gotta get that flute. It really is. The more it really is that first game that they've just kind of cleaned up a little bit, made it. It's Dolly's first Pokemon game all over again. But my daughter's downstairs playing it right now, and she's actually getting a kick out of it. So that's good. I guess it is a good segue for kids to
learn all about eugenics.
Learn all about eugenics.
The Pokemon ultimately
breeding, causing those Pokemon to fuck.
Yeah, once they brought in like the different like EV values and shit to like genetically make the best Pokemon through selective breeding, it became a fucking eugenics simulator.
It's Eugemon is what this is. I think next year when the mainline Pokemon gets in, it's going to be I think that'll be giant because all the kids will have played this one. It's actually a smart move when you think back to what they're doing with Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go whatever Eevee, because folks have been, I don't want to say Pokemon's been tailing off on handhelds, but it kind of has. The folks that have been playing it on the 3DS are the diehards, and nobody else plays Pokemon because nobody's buying a 3DS at all. So it's not like they can continue going right into the kind of the hardcore Pokemon stuff. So they did need to get sort of a reset on the games to get them back in the mindset of all the kids that want to play. And it's kind of a great way to do it. The very first Pokemon game, just make it a little more palatable for modern taste, because it is much easier to just start playing, stop, pause, save, quit, start all over again. So that's an added value. It's a bonus. It kind of mobile influence is right there.
How much did your Mew cost?
How much of the what?
How much did your Mew cost?
It was let's see. I paid $99 for the Pokeball Plus edition. which gives you the Pokeball Plus and the game. Of course, I have my Best Buy discount, so I got that down to $79. I think it was like $83 or $84 total was my my Mew when you think about it, because you're buying it for the Pokeball. That Pokeball does feel really nice though. It's got like,
it's very nice.
It's soft touch material. It's not like a glossy, shitty piece of plastic. It's got soft touch materials. The actual the button, the analog stick is a little bit small for my fat thumb, but the button on top is nice and it's clicky, but also it's squishy because it's made from that same soft sand, like neoprene, Santoprene material on top. So it feels really good, and it's like a gamer's fidget spinner. You just want to hold the thing in your hand, just kind of play with it and click it and shit. So,
Dolly, a fidget spinner is a gamer's fidget spinner.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean, it's a casual gamer's fidget spinner. We all know that the hardcore gamers would use the fidget cube.
The fidget cube, yeah, which is true. But yeah, so I like that damn little thing. It's pretty badass. But there you go. I reckon that they'll come out with the mainline Pokemon next year, and then the year after that they'll have a new Let's Go version that capitalizes on whatever that second generation of Pokemon is. I can see them pumping these out every couple years. So, yeah. They're slow down though. That's one thing I've noticed in a couple areas, but it's only like these very specific set locations on the map when you're scouting around. I'm like, how is there fucking slowdown in a game in 2018?
Man,
I don't know, dude.
If only the first party studios could optimize their game hardware.
Yeah, imagine that. First party studios. Imagine third party studios optimizing games for any hardware whatsoever without having to release a 47 gigabyte patch. We'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, so Pokemon Let's Go.
You were saying
still as fuck game.
You were saying that the little Pokeball, it's slightly too small for your hands.
Dude, it's like gonna be the size of your thumbnail. That's because you're ginormous.
Speaking of controllers being too small for hands, yeah, segue. Friend of the site, Jeff Grubb.
Hi Jeff.
Wrote a story talking about a new peripheral for the Nintendo Switch that features me. I'm in the story.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, I'm not. I didn't help write it. I'm the example he uses to open the story.
Nice.
They released controller peripherals that make those Joy-Cons not a fucking monster to use. So I might in the future at some point try to get a Switch again.
Oh, I'm looking for this right now. I have clicked on venturebeat.com/category/games, and I'm scrolling down to...
Because you refer to his hands as being the perfect size to strangle a drifter with.
This is satisfies Nintendo Switch grip improves the comfort for big hands. And
that's some hot sponsored content from Jeff Grubb.
Hot sponsored content.
Follow the money.
Yes. I have a friend who is too big. He just in general, he's too tall to be allowed. This is so goddamn perfect and correct. This is a problem for him in many ways, I'm sure, but the only one I truly sympathize with him on is that his hands are too large for the Nintendo Switch in portable mode. So yes, good job, Jeff Grubb. Read that on VentureBeat, the game's beat portion. Yeah, that's actually a pretty neat peripheral because it does look like a 3D printed thing that just jacks onto the console, but that's what you need to get that further out. And in fact, that might be something for me as well because my hands I got meaty paws, not as big as yours are, but the nice thing about this is still fits onto the dock, so at least you got that as well.
I need it.
Yep, there you go.
I can finally play Zelda.
Yeah, you can finally play Zelda. Pokemon, that's what I've been playing. More God of War. I came very close to picking up Red Dead, but I figured I'm gonna hold off and just hop into Spider-Man after God of War. Once we get into the game of the year shit in the next couple weeks here. So
are we gonna get on a podcast and yell at each other? What's the deal?
We should totally do that. That'd be awesome.
Can we? I'm in for that. Do we have enough people with schedules that are malleable enough that we can get that kind of coordination going on?
Yes, I think we can. We can figure it out. We'll get it going. We'll get it going. All right, that's it for gaming. Because have either of you guys played anything worthwhile or worth talking about?
No.
Okay.
No.
Good.
No.
I literally have not turned Red Dead on since the last podcast.
I played a bunch of it. I really don't like playing it, but I want to see how the story turns out without watching it myself.
I'm in pretty much the same boat where it's like I got no interest.
It's
one thing I'll say is they try and have these big emotional story moments, but they're with characters from Red Dead 1, so you know there's no actual stakes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sure, yeah. I hope you don't die. Well, no, he doesn't.
Well, so I caught on to something. I feel really stupid that I had noticed this right away. Every mission you do with Marsden in Red Dead 2 is a fucking rancher mission.
Yeah.
It's just like, all right, Rockstar, maybe work on that fucking foreshadowing a little bit.
So you
Make it
know
a little more subtle.
So I found out the specifics about the game's epilogue. It turns out the epilogue for this game is 6 to 8 hours long.
Holy cow! And that's what's going to link it to the
oh.
Red Dead. You know what would be great is if they made it a Slime Rancher story. Not
Well,
just
there's a Monster Rancher story, and I had to put different CDs into my Xbox to get different monsters on my ranch.
I remember that. That was the
I got that game as a birthday present when it was new, and I was basically unable to do anything fun with it because I don't listen to music, so I didn't have any CDs.
There was. Do you remember the UPC scanner thing?
Scanners with a Z, yeah.
Scanners that they had for certain games on like the Game Boy and shit.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah. Or scanners with the Z, which was just those stupid games. But that started on the Game Boy. I remember there was like a bunch of RPG.
The Nintendo e-reader.
And the Nintendo e-reader where you slid the stupid cards. But you got hit Animal Crossing that way. You could get Animal Crossing shit into your GameCube. So that was kind of...
I had the first two generations of the Digimon Digivices, and the second generation one, I think, had the one with the cards that you would slide through, and that was around that same time.
Dope. That's dope.
Yeah. They were fucking rad. I miss them.
Yes, Ryan asked, does using a Pokeball controller make it more immersive? Totally does.
Did you plug it in to charge it yet?
No. Does it make funky noises when it charges?
It makes the sound that your like the Poke Center does when you like heal your Pokemon.
Oh, that's badass! Actually, it's kind of a neat little tie-in there. Have you dropped the Pokemon in the Pokeball or just carried it around?
I actually haven't really set it up yet. I use someone else. Like
okay.
I have it on my desk. I haven't pulled it out of the box yet. I've been using not using, but I've messed with someone else's.
Okay, all right. Should we get into some news?
Sure.
I got a list.
All right, you got a list. You start listing away there, Aaron.
All right, let's hit the quick ones first. Microsoft confirmed they'll be at E3 2019.
Yay! Somebody will be there.
Surprising absolutely nobody. I just thought that was very funny, given what Sony went and did last week.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo
did as well.
Nintendo did. New Final Fantasy 14 expansion was announced.
You still big into that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I just recently subscribed for a month, and I think I might have been drunk when I did it because I think I paid for 2 months and didn't realize it. So I got the notification because I don't have a credit card or anything like that, and our bank cards here don't work like American debit cards, so I can't use my bank card for online purchases.
Oh, that sucks.
So the way you have to do it is if you don't have a credit card, you buy like a prepaid card, like a disposable card, and then for Final Fantasy specifically, you turn it into they call it Krista. It's like their in-game, but not in-game currency. So I think I bought 2 months worth of that and then thought I only bought 1 month. So my subscription ran out and I was like, well, that's done for a while. And then the expansion got announced and I was sitting here going, shit, I got the email that my subscription's running out. Oh, hey, they just announced the expansion. I should probably get back in and start playing again properly. And then my game auto-renewed for another month and spent all the money I had sitting there. So... But they announced Final Fantasy Fan Fest happened this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
They revealed the teaser trailer for the new expansion. It's called Shadowbringers. The trailer is actually really cool. They announced that they're adding a new race, and the director of the game, or producer of the game, whatever his position is, Yoshi P. He's like, I can't really talk about it. We're not allowed to reveal it. I really got to think about what I'm allowed to say. And then as he's saying he's got to think about it, he turns around and the camera for the stream focuses in on his shirt, and he's wearing a Bugs Bunny shirt. And so everybody's like, oh, they're adding the bunny race from Final Fantasy 12.
Okay, that's cool.
And I mean, very deliberately, like he was doing one of those really, blatant like pauses, like, oh, I don't know, I'm gonna stand here and let everybody see what I'm wearing, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's pretty sure it's that. They had a new class, Blue Mage, which I think might be in the game now, but they're doing they call it a limited play session where it's level capped and they're upping the cap like by like 10 levels every so often until the expansion comes out.
All
so
right.
that's kind of cool. And yeah, that's that. So that's coming probably July 2019.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's right after E3.
I'm sure I'll be reviewing that because I've reviewed all of them. Fucking what else I got? Here's one that's not really news, but I saw this and tweeted about it, and I was like, "What the fuck?" So you guys know RuneScape, right? That great game played by great people.
Yep.
Yeah.
RuneScape has a version of fantasy football that is participated in by teams of players in RuneScape that is all based around grinding, like video game style grinding, and they compete to grind for the longest time possible, leveling up skills. And the goal, I suppose, is to be the most efficient at grinding. And in the RuneScape community, it's like a big thing. And there's a big tournament going on right now. And the reason this came to my attention is because the manager of one of these teams of players has been out there defending the absurd lengths one of the players went to for one of the week-long brackets, because the player, over the course of 7 days, played the game for like 138 hours. So, which means he was sleeping for about 5 hours a day, maybe. But the way he announced how dedicated to the game he was he tweeted a picture of a bunch of 2-liter pop bottles that he had filled with piss because he didn't want to leave his computer.
Sick.
Jeez.
And so I'm digging into this. I'm just like, this is pretty fucked up. This must be a great prize. This must be just a phenomenal amount of money. There's no prize. It's just bragging rights. There's no reward at all. So, RuneScape, continues to fucking fascinate me and disgust me at the same time.
I downloaded RuneScape onto my phone this week.
Same here.
Yeah.
Was it called Old School RuneScape?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called, I think it's called that.
Yep. OSRS. It's the only version that anybody gives a shit about.
I haven't booted it up, but I'll give it a shot. I've never played RuneScape. I've seen it, but never played it.
Yeah, I booted it up and then I said nope. That was it.
Done.
What else I got? Ubisoft came under fire. No, Ubisoft.
Fuck you guys.
They came under fire a couple of weeks ago because they were changing Rainbow Six Siege to be a global version, and people were pissed off because they were doing like this weird like censorship stuff to be able to market it and have it playable in the Chinese market.
Look, they got rid of the fucking neon sexy lady.
They did. So a bunch of the things they did were they changed some icons for like kill notifications from being like knives and like skulls to being like a more generic like player icon with an X over them. They changed skull icons to almost like a face with like a gas mask on and like little X's. And removed blood splatters, removed slot machines from a map, and just had like empty alcohol bottles in their place because they're things that you can't show in China, I guess.
Yeah.
So anyway, they had a bunch of blowback, and they've reversed that, I guess. So it'll be interesting to see what happens because I'm not really sure how that works with their business plan. Like, there's things that were changed because they want the game to be playable in China. They want to have a global version of the game that everybody will be playing at the same time.
Is huge.
Yep. And so if they're reversing that but sticking with a global game, what does that mean for the Chinese like version of the game? Is it going to end up being 2 games at once? But I just thought that was very interesting because everybody's
very interesting.
Everybody's talking about, the Chinese market, usually with regards to mobile games. But I mean, I think there's a clear enough link between mobile games and a game like Siege. I guess live games, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but yeah, I just threw that in there because I off and on play Siege and I thought that was interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah. speaking of live games and mobile games, people are pissed off at Valve for Artifact.
Ah.
So Artifact costs $20.
Uh-huh.
And everything in that game costs money.
Yep, you can't get free packs. Like, there's no way to earn packs. I feel like that came out months ago.
It did.
It did.
And did people think they were bluffing? What was the deal?
I don't know. People were fucking.
Wait, really?
Didn't give a shit. In the last couple of days, people have gotten very pissed off about it because not only is there no way to earn free cards, the thing that really made it blow up was that if you buy booster packs, so you buy the game and you get like a starter pack or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And that has a bunch of different cards, and every starter pack comes with like hero cards. And if you buy booster packs, you can get those same starter hero cards in those booster packs, but you can't trade them because there's no trading in the game outside of selling them on the marketplace.
Oh, shit.
And you can't sell them because everybody gets them. So if you buy a booster pack, you pay this money, and you end up theoretically with one less card than you would be getting out of a booster pack because you're just getting this card. There was I don't have his name written down, but there was a streamer who bought, I think it was like 50 booster packs or something like that.
Holy shit.
And he opened them all on stream, like, like Hearthstone players do quite a lot of the time. And he ended up getting, I think it was like 7 or 8 of the same starter hero that he had.
Oh, fuck.
So almost a full booster pack by the end, like a full pack. He was just out that money.
That sucks.
That's horrible.
So Valve came out, and to try and address this in the last couple of days, they've added, because I haven't played the game yet, I'm not entirely sure if I've got it right, but they added a couple of modes that are like free draft modes, so you don't have to pay money, because all of the draft modes cost money too. You have to buy tickets and then pay tickets to play the draft modes.
Fucking A, man.
So as I understand it, they came out and they said that they're adding like free draft modes, so I guess you can at least get a feel for the cards, and you don't get any rewards, I guess, but there's that.
Fucking yikes, man.
Yeah. And to make everybody happy, they decided, you know what, just to make things even better, we're going to get rid of the Steam Link adapter for
Yeah. That's the other thing Valve's done this week. The Steam Link, I think they've got it on sale right now for
what's left of it.
What's left of it for like $2.50 or something like that?
No, this is the is that what that was, like the little console thing?
Yeah. They're selling off. They're discontinuing it, and I think they're selling the remaining stock for like $2.50 plus shipping, I guess. But yeah, so Artifact is it's
a shitstorm right now.
It's a shitstorm. So I've got their blog post up here.
The interesting thing is, usually when Valve gets into some market, with whatever game type, they tend to do really well, right? Same with Blizzard. Blizzard will enter something new, and they'll do something really popular. Like Overwatch was the FPS thing, and then they had Is it Heroes of the Storm or whatever? That's really popular. Valve did the same thing with Dota and CSGO and things like that. And they said, let's get into the card game thing. All right, well, let's see how everybody else is doing it. That's really popular and the right way to do things. Cool. Let's not do that. Let's make this like an actual Magic the Gathering style of purchasing packs, which, okay, I can understand that. But you, in a weird way, you need to, if this is all digital, and if I wanted to go buy a specific card, I can just hop on eBay or wherever and buy the cards that I want. Yep. Yeah, I can open up a bunch of packs, end up with, in Magic, I can end up with like a bunch of the same freaking
well, except in Magic, cards, if you buy a booster pack, there are cards that you won't get in a booster pack. Like,
yep.
So you don't have to worry about that. But even like Magic, their current game, which is Magic the Gathering Arena, I do believe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. They have daily quests that reward stuff that lets you play and get cards. It takes a while because it's a free-to-play game, and you can absolutely just buy the cards. But they have modes in there that let you slowly grind the in-game currency and get cards. Hearthstone, if you get doubles or you have cards you don't want, you can vaporize those cards into enchanted dust and use that to buy stuff. So one of the things Valve has announced that they're doing is they're adding a system that allows extra unwanted cards to be recycled into event tickets. That's what you use to play the different modes. And they're saying this feature will ship before the end of the beta period, but it won't be live when their other changes go live very soon.
They should just make them like diamonds or crystals, like every other freaking free-to-play game that's out there that lets you do and get rid of shit and earn those diamonds. And then if you get a bajillion of those diamonds, you can open up a new pack. And so do you guys think this is going to last the way Valve has, or is it going to go free-to-play?
It's going to go free-to-play.
I imagine it'll go free-to-play eventually, but the problem is, or the interesting problem, let's call it, is that a lot of the people, now that the NDA's been lifted, a lot of the high-end like card game streamer types are saying that if you put all of the monetization bullshit to one side, the actual game is fun.
Yeah, the mechanics are good. Okay.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens, but I don't think it'll go free-to-play quickly. I think it'll probably last until 2020 maybe.
Yeah.
Just because it's Valve, what do they give a shit, right? Everything that happens in this game is driving more sales towards them. People are buying cards, they get the money. People are selling cards on the marketplace, they get a cut.
Yeah.
So
is this ever going to be as good as Tetramaster? That is the big question.
I mean, can anything ever really compare to Tetramaster?
No, it cannot. Good old Final Fantasy card game. What other news you got there?
Let me see what else I got. I got one other thing. Speaking of huge scams, hey, Star Citizen just reached $200 million in funding.
Oh God Almighty! Who is buying stuff for this and why?
I don't know. They just released a huge patch the other day that was apparently aimed at improving performance. So I own that game. I bought the starter edition. I haven't bought anything else in it, but I have the starter edition. So I repatched it and booted it up, and I was sitting at the main menu, and I was getting about 1 frame every 3 seconds, which is better, which admittedly is better than I was getting before. I have not been able to play that game because it still needs just absurd hardware to run it. But
yeah, I can't run it on mine.
Yeah, that's Star Citizen, the game that will never come out.
I think it came out, but I think it's just a scam. I mean, this is what you're getting with Star Citizen. It's a project specifically made to suck money out of people on promises for stuff. And people are like, yeah, promises are good to throw money at. I don't need to get anything in the end. Just give me a promise.
There are people that have literally spent tens of thousands of dollars on ships in this game.
It's fucking wild.
And then you look at something like EVE Online, which is still to me, it's still sort of the king in this category, right? Because it's already gone through its process. The developers just kind of let it go after a while, and it's created its own economy. And there are still thousands of people playing that game. It's still bringing in tons of cash for the devs. So it's, I don't know. Star Citizen. My God.
Yeah. And that's pretty much all I got.
I got NPDs.
Okay.
NPDs are out. It is here. Thank you to Daniel Ahmed over on Twitter and also on the Reset Era forums. Here's a breakdown. It is $1.5 billion. So it's up 73% from $894 million in October of last year. So it's general. It is the biggest October ever, I think, is what people were saying. Hardware is $300 million, up 26% from last year. Software is $965 million, so it's doubled from the $470 from last year. Accessories are up another 54% to $280 million. It's the highest total spend for a month of October since the NPD group began tracking the industry in 95. The previous high was 1.36 set in October 2008. That was the Xbox 360, Wii, PS3 era. So it's 21% higher this year than it was last year, just the year in general, year-to-date spending to $10.5 billion. And it's the highest actually since the 10.9 between January and October 2010. But that's going to blow up with all of the crazy price drops on PS4 and Xbox One consoles out there. So expect that to happen. Speaking of the PS4. It had its best October ever, or I think
I think it's ever.
It's the PS4 was October's best-selling hardware platform in both units and dollars sold. Achieved an all-time October high for the platform since the PS2. Highest mark for any PlayStation. Let me rephrase that. October 2018 unit sales of PS4 reached the highest mark for any PlayStation hardware platform in an October month since the PS2 in October of 2002. Damn. So that's crazy. The PS4, maybe they can skip PSX and E3. They're making money hand over fist. And like I said, that's going to be crazy this month with that price drop between November and December. So, yeah. And you better believe that price drop is going to be. This is it. This is the new price for the PS4. You're hard pressed. I mean, Xbox did that a couple times. Remember with the Xbox One, they're like, "Yeah, we're temporarily dropping the price on this just in November, and now also December, and parts of January. Just keep it going, keep it this price." So, I think that's what you're seeing here. For the 2018 period, hardware spending has increased 19% to $2.7 billion. Spending gains for Xbox One, PS4, and even the NES Classic and Super NES Classic continue to drive growth. PS4 top selling hardware, accessories all-time high, headset and headphones get a boost. So here are the top games for October.
Oh yeah, lay it on me.
All right, number 1, Blops 4.
Oh yeah,
that beat out Red Dead. Remember, Red Dead came out basically like the tail end of the month, that last weekend.
Do they have numbers like how badly did it beat it out? Given that
it didn't say, but the notes for Call of Duty is that launch month dollar sales represent the 8th highest in video game history since the NPD began tracking. So Call of Duty Black Ops 4 launch month dollar sales are the highest, 4th highest of all time, which is, or sorry, 8th highest of all time for a month for a game, which is crazy. Instantly becomes the best-selling game of the year, 2nd best-selling game across the past 12-month period, trailing Call of Duty World War II. I can't fucking believe that Call of Duty is still the massive behemoth that it actually is. That boggles my mind, because it's been the same fucking game with just a different skin on it every freaking year for the last 10 years.
And now it doesn't even have a single player.
It doesn't even have single player anymore. Red Dead 2 is, it doesn't say how much behind it, but yeah, it's, I reckon it's behind it for the month because it's a whole month, but you may see a different number in November. You know, it might be a lot closer in November. It's gonna. I mean, obviously, Blops is gonna be competing with Battlefield 5 and Fallout 76. Number 2 is Red Dead Redemption 2. Number 3 was Ass Creed. Then you had NBA 2K19. Then you had Super Mario Party, which was the 3rd highest selling debut for a Mario Party game ever.
Did Crayola Scoot chart?
What's that?
Did Crayola Scoot chart?
Crayola Scoot did not chart. That's because we did not review it. So that's totally whack. Then you had Soul Calibur right behind Mario Party. So that's good. You had FIFA, Spider-Man, Madden, and WWE. And Forza came in at 11. So something that wasn't up there that I thought was really interesting, Starlink. You know, all the money that that Ubisoft threw at that project last year and throughout this year, and it just thudded. Didn't even make the top 20 across every platform combined.
Now it's gonna be like fucking half price this weekend.
Yeah, it is. That's crazy to me. Crazy to me. All platforms year to date. Black Ops 4, Red Dead Redemption 2. Year to date already, Red Dead 2 and Black Ops 4 are the top 2 games. Far Cry 5, Spider-Man, the new NBA 2K, God of War, Monster Hunter World, Madden, Grand Theft Auto 5, of course, and Call of Duty World War II, of course. So those are the that's your NPDs for the month. Best fucking month, best October ever. So that's really strong, and it's not surprising. I think software did phenomenally. I think we're going to see crazy gains for hardware this month because we're reaching the end of this generation of between the PS4 and Xbox One, and obviously there is the rumor of the driveless Xbox One coming next year, 2019. Do you guys see that? So apparently there is this is Thurrott, of course, posted this. The Xbox is preparing to launch a Blu-ray drive-less console. It's just going to be a hard drive connected to the network with streaming and kind of focusing on streaming and Game Pass and Xbox Live and everything that way. For anybody that has game discs, they'll be able to supposedly take them into select retailers and get a code to download the game straight from the net. So you'll be able to add it to your account that way and try to live completely off the hard drive, which is smart. I mean, we knew that was going to head there eventually, right? So, and then for streaming as well, I think this is going to be a good one. At first, I was thinking this is going to be the year 2019 is the year we get the next Xbox. I was starting to wonder maybe their 2019 console is just a streaming box, and then we get both new consoles in 2020. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Because the next console is going to have a drive.
You think so?
Yeah. Broadband penetration in America there's still maybe half of Americans, a third of Americans don't have broadband internet. So
it's true. Downloading, even just downloading a 100 gig game is bonkers for people. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So there's no way we're gonna go in 2018 all digital, but I'd like to have the option.
I could see. God, remember the Xbox 360 HD DVD drive?
Yeah.
I could see them selling the next Xbox being a driveless console, but then sell a, $100 or $50 Blu-ray drive that just reads.
I feel like that. Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, I was saying that way you get your one console out, and then you're sort of forcing people to upgrade to who want to can upgrade to the driveless version if you have the bandwidth, and then. It is sort of forward compatible that way. That way you can get a drive right now if you absolutely need one, and then later on you can just ditch it when your network speeds get up to date.
I think they get fucking crucified into that company stuff. Yeah, because it's also an incredibly classist move.
Yeah, that's true. Good point.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be interesting to see how it works out.
Yeah. Again, I'm all for a driveless console, but yeah, those
me too.
Things are it. Just knowing my network, I've already gotten pinged by Comcast that I'm approaching my network cap, and I use my fucking Switch.
Well, it's the same. It's the same problem. It's the same problem every time I ever hear anybody talk about how everybody's moving toward latency-free streaming options. It's just all right, that's great, but most of your fucking customers aren't going to be able to buy play your games. So yeah, you'll play a game for a day and hit your fucking bandwidth cap, and then you're done for the month.
Yeah, I look at Game Pass, and I think Game Pass is fucking awesome. It's not really
a great service.
It's not even the streaming service. You're just downloading games every month, right? It's just you get that collection of games. But when that streaming service shows up, the PS Now streaming service hasn't really taken off yet, because even though it's been out for a couple of years, because just that latency and the amount of it's been out since the PS4 launched, I think, right around that time or right after. The bandwidth's not there to support that shit. So, but yeah, if you're going just hard drive based, downloading stuff is. I mean, this is coming from the guy who's been downloading everything now for PlayStation Plus nonstop. So that's something. But yeah, I'm curious to see how that all works out.
Cool.
Like this. All right. Anything else?
I got nothing.
All right. Nothing. Are you guys buying anything for Black Friday?
I'm gonna pick up the Switch version of Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Yeah, me too. I got my list. Do you have a list set up?
Not really. I just kind of know what I'm getting. I'm going in and buying my mom a fucking Google Home Hub. Those things are gonna be $100.
Oh shit! I gotta. Damn it! If the main Echo, the big boy Echo, drops in price, I might do that. But maybe I'll switch to Google. I don't know.
I ordered a new pair of shoes and a flexible shower head before Black Friday, and didn't even fucking occur to me that I should wait till Black Friday because maybe they'd be cheaper. And so those.
Well, the nice thing, what I end up usually doing is like right now it's Black Friday week, so I've actually bought like the majority of the gaming shit that I've wanted. And one of the tricks I heard was just buy everything on your credit card, save it, keep the receipts, and then when a price drops somewhere, return the first one. Because right now, basically all of November and all of December, if you buy something now, you can return it at any point up until like the middle of January. It seems like end of January.
Well, figure this shit out. So I bought this pair of shoes that I found that were $65.08 when I bought them, and I'm looking at the Black Friday sales now, and they are now $84.84, down from $90. So the price spiked for Black Friday.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sale price is not as good. But yeah, I've been buying everything and then just putting it aside till I see a cheaper price.
I always buy stuff on Black Friday because I like going to the store and doing dumb shit.
Oh, me too.
The exception of
I always end up getting extra shit that I didn't need.
Trampling people.
Yeah.
The exception of now, if you show up like 2 hours after they open, like you just walk around, it's just like a busy shopping day.
That's true. Yep.
That said, Adidas is having a fucking very cool sale.
Dude, I bought a bunch of Adidas, 50% off for so much shit. It was nice.
Yep.
Nice. Got some badass shoes. So here's my list so far. I'm grabbing I think I'm grabbing that arcade 1-Up Street Fighter console, that big arcade thing. It's only $200 in cart and on GameStop. So that's a pretty good price for that. Dragon Ball Fighter Z, Forza Horizon 4. The Switch version of Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
$25.
It's awesome. Mega Man X Legacy Collection, because I've only played one Mega Man X game, and it's whatever's on the Super NES Classic. That's lower on my list, but Battlefront 2 is $8, so I'm like, fuck it, it's $8. It has a single player mode. I'll play it. I'm grabbing Detroit for some reason. Doom VFR, because Best Buy has it for like $14 right now.
All right.
I grabbed Street Fighter 30th anniversary already. Farpoint, because that was like $12 with my Best Buy discount, and Astrobot was at $20, so I grabbed that.
Yeah, there's like, if you don't have a PSVR, like that Astrobot Moss bundle is like the best deal.
It totally fucking is. Totally is. I'm also looking at a new like the iPad Pro is not going to be on sale anywhere.
I want it so fucking bad, Dolly.
I'm trying to decide, should I? Because
did you go to the store and touch it yet?
Oh my god, it's fucking beautiful. Even the 11-inch is a great size. Like I'm torn between the 11 or the 13, the 12.
And the 13, because the bezels are gone, it doesn't feel that big.
It doesn't. No, the 11-inch feels huge because there's no bezels on there. They feel real similar. So
that new pencil feels really nice.
Dude, it's so nice. There really is no difference when you think about that 13 and that 11, except 2 inches is a difference, but you could probably stick with that 11 because it's $200 cheaper.
My monitor is going on 10 years old now. I'm thinking of buying a new one.
Okay.
I'm thinking of buying one of those 34-inch ultra wides.
Oh, that's badass. That's badass. I'm grabbing myself a Vive, so I'm definitely getting into some VR development shit.
Sweet.
More and more now. Fucking around with Unity. So I want to try to get a good understanding of VR for like design purposes. Like the design world doesn't.
Oh, I figured
VR yet. So I'm like, I'm just gonna create an app. So, fuck on that. And then I got I have a whole section on shit from Home Depot, like cordless drills, drill kits, drill bits, Dremel tools, all kinds of shit. And finally, the one thing that I'm so fucking looking at for is the if I can find an Ego snow thrower, that's like my baby. Electric snowblower is what I really
gonna try and buy a Roomba.
Dude, that's badass. Roombas are awesome.
I want a fucking robot vacuum cleaner.
I have my list of shit for streaming. I don't know if it's backwards or not, but I got I'm definitely gonna pick up an Elgato, just get the HD 60. And I'm thinking of getting the Stream Deck, but
it's $20 off at Best Buy.
Yep. And then I want a new mic because the Yeti's fine. I've had it for so many years, but it's actually difficult to get an arm that fits this Yeti. mic and get it in the right position. So
doesn't the Yeti come with a warning saying you can't use it with arms? Like
no, because they sell a stabilizer.
They sell a stabilizer. That's what I have on this fucker right now. But it's just, I don't know. I'm ready to move on from the Yeti. I'm looking at I think it's called the Heil. It's the PR40 or the Shure. That Shure, was it the Shure SM7B, which is like $400. But God, that's
so that thing, the SM7B. Maybe break in with something else because the SM70B you're also going to have to buy a cloud lifter for.
That's true. That's true. Also, yeah.
And that thing costs like fucking $300.
The other one I was looking
fucking cheap, man. Go for the AT2020.
I'm literally talking into an AT2020 right now.
Are you really? No wonder it sounds like shit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm writing that down. AT2020.
We recorded Game Ranks videos with the AT2020 up until like 8 months ago.
There's no ATs out, but the 2020 is good for.
It's good. The you can also get Razer has a Siren. I think it's a Siren X. It's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah. So cloud lifter's like $250. So altogether, if you get that thing, it's like $700 for a microphone.
Shit.
I've been looking at every few months. I think about because I just have some bullshit like $30 microphone that I use. But I've been looking at the AKG C214. It's sold by Sweetwater.com, and it's a $400 plus tax microphone. It's a large diaphragm condenser microphone. Sounds so good.
Yeah, it looks very cool.
The Yetis are good for like in person. But that's about it. Like
I also really like the one I like is the Rode Procaster. But I think the one you would get is called the Rode Podcaster, or it's flipped. They're the same microphone. It's just the only difference is there's a color difference to signify one's XLR and one's USB.
Okay.
They're fucking great. I love them a lot. Like if I upgrade this, I'm gonna upgrade to one of those because they're a good simple setup that doesn't take a ton of space. They're super arm friendly. They have good stabilizers out for them. They cost like $200.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at maybe even getting a new HD cam first because I want to get more into streaming just for podcasting and for when I get into more of the art casting type of shit. I'm looking at that. I think it's the Razer Keo that has that ring light on it, which is kind of nice because I want to get some lighting.
Apparently, that one has some weird focus issues.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely look into that.
Okay.
Yeah, Logitech always makes a good streaming webcam.
The C9
was it the HD Pro, the C920?
C920 seems to be like the standard.
That's like the standard. Some people are slowly moving to the C920 too.
Yeah.
But the C920 is just fucking fine. It's what everybody used for like forever.
That's like 60 FPS, right?
Yeah, and it's $50.
Yeah,
it's fucking awesome. Maybe I'll do
the standard setup for the longest fucking time was a C920 and an AT2020, and that was the streamer gear.
Okay.
I had the HD60S capture card before I had to sell it for rent at one point, but that thing worked like a dream. It's never had any issues with it.
I'm just gonna get the external HD60.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one.
Yep, because I want to use that for the Switch, so I can capture some shit off there, and then
I have a. It's not for you, Dolly, but I have the. Let me get the actual name of this.
Not for you.
It's not for you, Dolly.
It's not for you. It's not for the 99%. There's only those 1%.
No, it's for people with a fucking big PC with fucking PCIe slots.
Got it. I understand that part.
It is the Elgato 4K 60 Pro.
Oh yeah, the new one.
That thing is a fucking nightmare when it doesn't want to work, and it is a fucking gift from God when it wants to work.
Yep.
But the number one thing I gotta get is a fucking table. We have we just moved into a new office space at our place of work, and we have a height adjustable table. Now, I was never much of a height adjustable table guy. I'm like, yeah, it's it's
I love
a gimmick. Them. Holy shit, did that change? Does that fucking change everything?
Life changing.
It really is life changing because I can stand up, crank that fucker all the way up just so I can get the monitor. Like the keyboard is like to here for me. But so I'm looking into that now. But even like a cheap one is still pretty expensive. And the one I was actually looking at some from IKEA. They had some decent ones for like $4.99.
For $270 or $240 or something like that, you can get just the legs.
Oh
Amazon, yeah. And then you can find your like whatever tabletop you want and just put like screw it in.
Well, that's the thing. I'm trying to figure out what kind of tabletop I want because I have a Wacom tablet and my laptop. And if I get any lights or other shit on here, I want to make sure that I have I want like a little bit of an L shape to this desk, so I'd have to
Yeah,
have
a fan.
Yeah, it's just like
My tablet, I can't calibrate it anymore.
What kind of tablet do you have?
I've got a Wacom.
You don't have the screen one. You just have a regular.
No, I've got the one that doubles as a monitor.
Okay, all right.
But I packed it away, and then I hadn't used it in a few months because I was slowly packing things when I was moving. Then I unpacked it and plugged it in. The fucking pen was like, the mouse was like a foot off of where the pen nib was, and so like I changed the pen nib and I tried to calibrate it, and I just cannot calibrate.
You know what it is? It's not the calibration. It's this is happening to me with some of my sketch software. Do you have Windows 10 on your?
Yep, of course.
It's Windows 10, and you have to set the Wacom as your primary monitor, and you basically have to shut down any other monitors. That's the only way. And it's Windows. It's purely Windows 10 because it works on everything else.
Yeah, I got a Syntix lately.
Yeah, that's what I got, Cintiq.
Because
Yep, that's mine.
I
know a friend who is a starving artist, and being a starving artist, they had to sell a bunch of shit to make rent.
Yep.
So that's where I got that from.
Yeah, I got the 13 HD, the Cintiq.
That's what I got.
HD. It's a fucking beautiful device, but if I could get it to work on Windows 10, that would be phenomenal.
Yeah, I like we have this is the 21 HD. I have my Office one right here. So we have like loaners that we take home with us. So I have the Office one of the Office loaners with me, which I fucking love. It's the 21 HD. But then I have the fucking, I think it's a 32 the brand new 32 HD one, which is like, I think, I don't know,
daddy.
It's fucking amazing.
Oh man.
It's amazing. It's like it's the beautiful thing about it, because it's so wide, it's the widescreen product, is that I can like put all my software on one side, and then let's see, it's is it the Cintiq Pro or the 27 HD? I think it's the 27 HD. Yeah, it's just fucking beautiful. Oh, sorry, 27 QHD Touch. That's the one it is. So it's the basically, like, I think it's like a 4K screen. It's amazing. 16.9 display, 2560 by 1440. It's touch display. It's fucking awesome. It really is.
I got mine. I also got mine super cheap, and the same thing with my webcam. So I've got the Logitech BCC 950, which is it's a 1080 1080p HD webcam that's comparable to the C920 we were telling you about.
Oh, it's a stick boy.
Yeah, but it's designed for like business conferences instead of like a personal use. I was on the local buy and sell looking for webcams one day, and I saw somebody saying, yeah, I got one of these. I'm looking for $80 for it. There's no box. It's in a plastic bag. It works. I'm like, I looked it up, saw how like it's like a $300 webcam. I was like, sold. No questions asked. So that's what I've got for webcam, but it's comparable to the C920.
It is $170 here in the US.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's $299 here.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's not a bad idea as a little stick boy.
The only thing you might not realize with those is that because it's on a stick, you have to have it at the right elevation, so that, because you can adjust it, but it's still quite a ways up. And if you have it in front of your monitors, it's going to be blocking parts of your monitors.
Yeah, right.
So,
right. Yeah.
Whereas the C920 is like an actual webcam that can sit on top of your monitors or below them. So that's the only consideration there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Holy shit, guys. We've been going for an hour and a half.
What the fuck? All right, we'll stop. Hey, guys. Gobble, gobble, man. Happy Thanksgiving to y'all. Go shopping, get your shit. We'll talk to you guys next week. Hopefully everybody got their games. There's still a couple big releases coming out.
Yeah, we got Darksiders 3 next week. We have
Darksiders 3. We got the Smash Bros coming out in a couple weeks.
Just Cause. We got that Persona Dance game.
Those are all coming out the next few weeks here. Holy shit. Just Cause is November.
No, that's the same week as or the week before. It's the first week of December.
Oh shit! I forgot that game was even coming out. God damn!
They've been super quiet about it.
They've been putting out trailers and shit.
Yeah, but they've not, like Just Cause 3. They fucking went hard on the marketing, right?
Yeah, I liked what I played so far. I'm curious to see how it turns out.
So
I bet it's gonna be good.
I'm gonna close this podcast with a quick reading of our Discord. Sam finally replied back. He says, guys, today is Tuesday. Wouldn't have been able to make it anyway, unfortunately. I said, we're still recording. Ryan says, you're surprised by the erratic podcast scheduling. Sam says, I mean, true. Ryan says, if it makes you feel better, I asked about my Valkyria Chronicles update. Sam, great job. Still working on that review. That's good. They ignored it, and Sam replied back with, well, it probably would be between Thanksgiving and my enema appointment.
Hell yeah. I can't wait to hear about that.
Can't wait to hear about that.
Speaking of enema appointments, I bought myself a butt shower.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
That's the Black Friday that we've all wanted.
Yep.
That's
That's
coming.
coming.
Brown Friday.
Because, you know, I used to have a shower I fit in, and now I don't. I have a shower cubicle, and so somebody of my size, it's real hard to wash everywhere.
My shower is freaking tiny as well, so I know that feeling.
Yep.
All right.
So I got an adjustable shower head.
You can find us at sidequesting.com, at sidequesting on the Twitters. I'm posting up some giveaways this week, guys. So when this podcast goes up, you'll be able to potentially win some prizes.
First up, Black Ops 4.
Black Ops 4. Right, Tom?
Oh, yeah.
You can find me at Dolly Demovsky all over the place. Where can we find you, Tom?
Find me pretty much everywhere at that Tom Johnson.
There you go. Sam is not there, so I'm not going to bother with Sam. Aaron, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Scratty Bones.
Yes.
I'm trying
where
to
can we find your jaw?
You can find my jaw fucking hopefully replaced soon. I want to get like carbon fiber replacement. Just peel the skin right off and just let me have them fucking fake shit right there. Just replace the whole thing.
I like it. All right, everybody. We'll see you on the next side quest. We love you. Peace.
I drank half a bottle of whiskey.